All right, guys, welcome to species number 4. And again, you'll see I have 2 examples, but there are actually many examples of this species because we've been fortunate enough to find a lot of these particular types of our hominin ancestors. And I do want to give you the clue that goes along with this hominin that will help you figure out what the details are. And the clue that goes along with this hominin is that this hominin is the first hominin to leave Africa. And so when we talk about finding fossil evidence of hominins, this species is the first one that we find in Europe and the first one we find in Asia. And we find this species all the way out in Australia. And so this species, once it decided to leave, just spread all over the place. All right, so now you've got your hints, first species to leave Africa. Now let's look at the big 3. Okay, so we can see here, we've got a little phenotypic variation. And even if we take the biggest one here, you're going to look at the relative brain size, and I'm going to grab an anatomically modern Homo sapien crania for comparison. Okay. After we look at the relative brain size, we are going to examine the dentition. And another challenge that you'll see faces paleoanthropologists is that oftentimes the older skeletons are incomplete. And so a lot of times they are extrapolating data. They don't have a complete dental arcade, which is the case for this particular fossil example. But there are other members of this species who do have complete dental arcades. But even from this incomplete dental arcade, you'll be able to kind of assess the trend. Is it more U-shaped or is it closer to being a parabola? And again, here is the foramen magnum here. And so you will see here real quickly, just kind of compare it to the modern human side by side. And then you guys are going to assess the similarities or the differences between those two. All right, so big 3, brain size, dentition, parabola versus U-shape. And then last but not least, the position of that foramen magnum and how anterior it is versus posteriorly placed. All right, guys, well done. Meet me back here for species 5.